according to last week, de acuerdo a la semana pasada, we started on equations, right? Just to recap, last week I showed you that I went to Cardenas and I showed you a video, is that correct? So then I showed you how to use scales, how they're used on a daily basis. And then from there we went to this kind of scale. Remember that? Yeah. So, let's see. Let me stop right there really quick. All right, here we go. So we started last week with this kind of balance scale. Is that correct? So we said that this balance scale, if we put weight on one side, it unbalances. And if we add more weight to the other side until it balances out, that's how we know it's an equation, right? It's balanced. But if it's not balanced, it's not an equation. It's a what? An inequality. Remember that? Last week we saw that? All right. So then from there, we started our lesson. So here we go. Our objective for today, I can solve and graph one variable equations. Read together. 1, 2, 3. I can solve and graph one variable equation. So write that down at the bottom left of your notes, please. Copy that. So now, here we go. We know the concept for today, but before that, here's an essential question again. What is the difference between an expression and a one-variable equation? We'll get to that at the end. What is the difference between an expression and a one-variable equation? So, we know what one-variable equations are. We covered that last week. And we said that in order to be a one-variable equation, they needed to have an equal sign, one unknown variable, and no exponents greater than 2. Remember that? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. How about the steps? There were 4 steps, and we said they were what? Simplify, isolate, plot, check. Simplify, isolate, plot, check. Simplify, isolate, plot, check. Simplify, isolate, plot, check. So 4 basic steps that we did last week. Now, check this out. Just to clarify again, para clarificar. When we have an equation, we look at the variable. Let me zoom in. Cuando tenemos una ecuación, va a haber una operación. I want you to look where the variable is at. Where's the variable? On this side. ¿Dónde está la variable? Acá. What is the operation? ¿Qué es la operación? Addition. What is the inverse? ¿Qué es lo inverso? Subtraction. Where's the variable on this one? Right here. What is the operation? Subtraction. So what is the inverse? Addition. Look at this side. Where's the variable? Right here. What is the operation? Multiplication. What is the inverse? Division. And the last one, once again, m is being divided, so it's division. So what is the inverse? Multiplication. Are we there so far? Okay, we did that last week. So then from there, I said, we're going to cover 2 properties. Look up, please. Va a haber 2 propiedades que vamos a cubrir. Last week we started with addition, property of equality. If we add something to each side, look at this one. If we add something to each side of the equation, si sumamos algo a cada lado de la ecuación, it's called addition, property of equality. Se le llama propiedad de igualdad de consuma. However, if we subtract something from each side, si restamos algo de cada lado, the property is going to be called what? Subtraction, property of equality. Propiedad de igualdad de sustracción. So, from there we went to this. Remember that? We did that one. From there we went to this. From there we went to this one. Are we there? Okay. So copy this one on your paper, please. Example, no, not that one. Sorry. This one. Example 4. Copien eso en su papel. Example 4. It says, solve the equation and check your answer. So resuelvan la ecuación y revisen su trabajo. Su respuesta. So let's do this one together. Vamos a hacer esta juntos. Here we go. First thing we do, we draw a line down the equal sign. Lo primero que hacemos, dibujen su línea ahí, bajando el signo de la ecuación. So, what is the operation next to the variable? ¿Qué es la operación después de la variable? Addition, so what is the inverse? ¿Qué es lo inverso? Subtract, what is that number? 1.8. And subtract 1.8. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. So, your attention really quick. Why do we do the same thing to the other side? Tell your neighbor, please. ¿Por qué hacemos lo mismo para el otro lado? Why do we do that? Okay. Let's see. Who remembers why we do that? Let me give you a hint with my hands. Anissa. To cancel each other out, yes. No, that's for here. But why do we do... Oh, yeah, I heard what? To keep it balanced, because it's in a balanced scale, right? So this cancels. We're left with T equals... So 4.2 minus 1.8. 4.2 menos 1.8. We're going to borrow from here. This becomes a 3. This is a 12. So that becomes 4. Bring down the decimal. And this is a 2. 2.4 equals T. Are we there? Okay. So simplify, isolate. What is the next step? No. Before that? Plot. Plot your solution. Vamos a graficar. We got 0, 1, 2, 3. 2.4 is about right. Here's half, a little bit less than that, about right there. 2.4 está menos de la mitad entre 2 y 3. 2.4. And our last step, let's check. Vamos a revisar. 4.2 equals T plus 1.8. But instead of T, what are we going to write? En vez de T, ¿qué vamos a escribir? 2.4. Bring everything else down. 4.2 equals 2.4 plus 1.8. 4.2 equals, let's see, I'm going to do this one over here. 2.4, 1.8, that's 12. I got 1, and that is 4. 4.2, and that is correct. How are we doing? So? Show me with your fingers how comfortable we are with these. 1 being the lowest, 1 being the highest. Enséñame con sus dedos qué tan a gusto están con estas. 1 el más chico, el 5 el más grande. 4s, 5s, 3s. I got some 2s, 10s, 5s. Some of you need a manicure. All right, let's continue. So, any question with these? We got this, right? Okay, here goes the next one. Example 5. Example 5. Look at this one. N minus 3.2 equals 5.6. Copy that on your paper. And then I'm going to send you this one on your screen for your iPad so you can send me the response on there. Here we go. Okay, there's the correct answer. So it should show, let's see, 3.2, 3.2. What is the only thing that they forgot to do here? The line to keep it balanced. 3.2, 3.2, that is n equals 8.8. And then, did they graph it correctly? Plot, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then just show the 9 so that we know that you're closer to the 9 right there. So that's 8.8, very good. And did they do the check? Yes. Simplify, isolate, plot, check, okay? Any questions so far? We good? All right, so that was last week. We did addition and subtraction. La semana pasada hicimos suma y resta en ecuaciones, in equations. So today, we're going to continue, and now we're going to continue with the other two operations, which is multiplication and division. So check this out. So the properties for these two, las propiedades para estas dos son multiplication property of equality and division property of equality. So if we multiply to each side, it's what? Multiplication property of equality. If we divide to each side, what is that called? Division property of equality. Si multiplicamos, es propiedad de multiplicación de igualdades. Si dividimos, es propiedad de división de igualdades. Okay? So, copy this example down, please. Example 6, to solve the equation and check your answer. Negative 6 equals 2v. Copy that, please. Example 6, solve the equation, check your answer. Negative 6 equals 2v. All right? So for this one, Let's first do it the way we are, our 4 steps. Here we go. Let's do this one together. Let me zoom in. All right. Here we go. Draw your line down the equal sign. Why do we do that? Tell your neighbor again, please. To remember it's from a scale and to keep it balanced. Are we there? All right, here we go. So, where's the variable? The variable is right here. What operation is going on between the number and the variable, everyone? Multiplication. So what is the opposite of multiplication? So we divide by, and we put the fraction bar, and what number is that? 2. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other side. Are we there so far? So therefore, what is 2 divided by 2? 1 times v is v equals negative 6 divided by positive 2, it's a negative. 6 divided by 2 is 3. How are we doing? Okay, let's plot our answer. Vamos a graficar. Draw your number line. There it is. And then we got 0, 1, 2, 3, and it's negative 3. Plot your solution there. All right. So, now let's check. Write your equation again. Negative 6 equals 2v. But instead of v, what number are we going to substitute in there? Negative 3. So we write negative 3 in a parentheses. Bring everything else down. Negative 6 equals 2 times negative 3. So this is negative 6 equals 2 times negative 3. That's negative 6, and we're done. How are we doing? Okay. Now, we did the easy part. Do you have space on this side of where you did the this equation? If you don't, turn your paper over. We're going to do this one again, but we're going to do it using cups and tiles. Get your cups and tiles out, please. Saquen sus vasitos y sus marcadores, por favor. So we're going to do this one using cups and tiles. Let me get my camera going. All right. So let's see. Let's see if we remember from last week what we did. Vamos a ver si recordamos lo que hicimos la semana pasada. What do we start with? ¿Con qué empezamos? Everyone. Negative 6. So you're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Everybody there so far? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. Next, what do we do for the equation, everyone? We draw a what? Line down so that it reminds us to keep it balanced. All right? Bam. Next, what does this say? 2v, which means we get 2 what? 2 cups. We get 2 cups. There they are. 2 cups. All right. So far, so good? Now, check this out. Look up, please. Watch. Now, we want to know, here's a question. Look up, please. Guys, we want to know how many of these fit into each cup. Queremos saber cuántos de estos caben en cada vaso. What do we need to do to all these right here? Think about it. Here are my 2 cups. What do we need to do to all these to find out how many fit in each cup? Talk it over with your neighbor. What do we need to do to this to see how many fit in here? Talk it over, please. Go. Okay, who can elaborate on this? Who can volunteer to elaborate? Brian. Here's the whole group of negative 6. What can we do to this to find out how many fit in each of these? Divide how many this into different, how many groups? Why 2 groups? Because there's 2 cups. So dividimos esto en 2 grupos. So watch. All you have to do is bring down 3 of these. a negative 3 of these down here. Did we make 2 groups already? Because we have how many? 2 cups, right? So how many fit into each cup? 3 and 3. Now, check this out. Let me show you up here just so that you can see. Let me write over the video. Where is it at? Oh, let me zoom out. All right, here it goes. So therefore, these 3 are going to fit in here, and these 3 are going to fit in there. Do you agree with that? And what did we do? What operation was it? We divided, didn't we? Divided. That's why, look up please, what is the opposite of multiplication? Division, because we need to make the different groups. Everybody understand? All right. So, with that said, copy this next one down, please. Copien este. Example 7, 3y equals 6. Copien este. 3y igual a 6. See if you can solve that one by yourself. Hagan ese ustedes solos. Example 7, solve the equation, check your answer, 3y equals 6. Copy that, please. Go. Okay. You're almost done. I'm going to send you the screen so you can write it on your iPad and send me your answer. Here we go. Okay, correct answer for example number 7. Let's see. Y equals 2. Hands if you got that. Very good. Is the check correct? Yes. How about the plot? Yes. Looks good, right? All right, let's move on. So, notice that we did multiplication. Is that correct? Okay, we did multiplication. Let's go to division. Vamos a división. Copy this one, please, on your paper. Solve the equation and check your answer. Focus, please. Joseph, focus. Copy this one. And this one, we're actually going to do with cups and tiles first. I want to see if you see what I see. Okay? So get your cups ready. All right? Let's see. Saquen sus vasitos con los marcadores. Here we go. So, pay attention to this one. Watch. Look up, please. So watch. For this one, we're going to start with what? Everyone? -3. So let's do that. Put your tiles. -3. 1, 2, 3. Are we there? Oh, sorry. There you go. -3. Okay? Equal my bar. There it is. And what does this mean? 1 cup. There it is. But then the cup is being divided by what? 4. So this is what I want you to do. On your paper, take the cup away, and we're going to draw a circle for the cup. Okay? So that's going to represent our cup. Does everybody see that? Okay? So, look up, please. This does not say 4 cups, does it? It says a cup divided into what? 4. So watch. Divided into 4, and I only shade one of these 4s. Is everybody following? Does everybody see what I'm doing? So now, let me take these away, and I'm just going to draw the picture. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take these away. So there's my picture. I want you to draw the same picture on your paper, please. Do that, please, right now. Focus. So, let's see. Question. Look up to the screen. Miren hacia arriba. These -3 are only for this. Estos 3 negativos son para este cuarto, for this 4th. These 3 negatives are only for this fourth. Is that correct? But how many more do we need to make it a whole cup? Okay, here it goes again. Look up to the screen. Pens down, pens down. Look up to the screen. For this fourth, it's how many? 3 negatives. But we want to find out how much will it be for the entire cup. Queremos saber cuánto va a ser para todo el vaso. This is only part of the cup. How much is it? -3. What do we need to do to that to find out how many are going to fit in the entire cup? Talk it over with your neighbor, please. Díganle a su vecino qué es lo que tenemos que hacer. Talk it over. So, who can volunteer? Let's see. I need a volunteer. Anissa. So, here we go. So, pay attention, please. If -3 is only this one, what do we need to do to find out how much will it be for the entire cup? What do we need to do? Yeah. Okay. Jose says what? Multiply times what? Times what? I couldn't hear. Close. How many spaces? Times 4. Because this is only 1, but how many spaces do we need inside? All 4. So watch. If we say this, that this one, watch. Sorry, let me zoom out. This one's going to be 1, 2, 3. Yes? This one's going to be 1, 2, 3. And this one's going to be 1, 2, 3. So how many total? Negative what? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And all those are going to fit in the entire cup. So what did we need to do? We need to multiply times 4. And whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. So now that we did it with cups and tiles, let's do it on paper. Here we go. Ya como lo hicimos con los vasos y los marcadores, vamos a hacerlo en papel. Here we go. Let me zoom in. Draw your line down the equal sign. So what did we say we need to do? Multiply times 4. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. This is a giant 1. 1 times j is j equals, this is -12. How are we doing? Yeah? And that's how we do the inverse of division, by doing what? Multiplication. Are we there? All right. So put away the tiles, the cups and tiles. I am going to send you one more screen. Here it goes. On your iPad, it says, how comfortable do you feel with the one variable equations? Take that poll, please. Our home play for tonight is a play sheet. Play sheet 2.3. It's up here. So as you're putting away your iPad and you put it to charge, grab a play sheet. Have a good one, everyone. There's Scooter and Trey. If I don't see you here, see you guys tomorrow.